What up, world? What up, media? This is Drewize. Come at like this. Drewize Topics. Topic is this morning is about a man that is so inspirational, influence. You know, he's from long ago, back in biblical times. He's one of the judges of the Israelites. That man is Samson. Okay, Samson's parents could not even bear a child. His mother couldn't get pregnant. She couldn't, you know? So the angel of the Lord came down to the woman and said, "You will bear and you will have a child, you will get pregnant, and you should call him Samson, a Nazarite," you know. And he gave her instructions like this: you cannot drink no wine or no alcohol at all. Don't drink that. Do not eat no grapes, and do not eat forbidden food. He told her that, you know. She went her way, told her husband this, you know. Then she went into the vineyard out in the field somewhere, blah, blah, blah. The angel came back to her again and said, again, you will get pregnant, you will bear a child, you will call him Samson. Check this out. Call him Samson. You should not cut his hair. You should not even drink wine or alcohol, beverages, or whatever. Do not eat grapes or forbidden food. See that? Do not cut his hair. Do not drink no wine or no alcohol. Do not eat no grapes or forbidden food. She told her husband that again. So her husband, which is Samson's father, confronted the angel and said, "Did you tell this to my wife?" The angel said, "Yes, I have." So time goes on. Samson's father, I think his name is what's his name? I can't pronounce his name. Something. But the father of Samson, prepared a meal for as an offering to the angel, which was a goat, you know. And Samson's father, you know, was talking to the angel, and Samson's father said, "What is your name?" You know, the angel replied and said, "It's too wonderful for you to understand." You know, after that, the angel went somewhere else. And then Samson's mother said, "Since we have seen God, you know, since we have seen God, we shall surely die." So Samson came about. Samson's hair grew long throughout his childhood years, teenage years, whatever. Then check this out. Samson was so strong, yo. He was so strong. When he was out and about, going where he was going, some young lion attacked Samson. Samson got a hold of that lion and ripped apart his jaws. Ripped apart the lion's jaws. Now, mankind today cannot do that at all. No matter how strong we are. You know, can't. So, Samson, he went down somewhere to these Philistine women, which they are pagan worshipers, worship Dagon and stuff like that. His eyes started attracted to these pagan women, He liked one of them, So he brought one woman to his father and mother. His parents said, why choose this woman? Why choose a pagan woman? Why you can't choose women in our tribe and stuff? Why? You know what I'm saying? Samson said, I like her. I think she's attractive. She's beautiful. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Samson married that woman, And then Samson told her a riddle, which was about he killing that lion and eating honey and stuff like that, He told her a riddle, She couldn't figure it out, at all. So she kept nagging to him, saying, what is the riddle, this, and that, because the people around here, this, and that, and then Samson told these 30 men and stuff like that, the riddle, and that's what he called his wife, the heifer, and things like that. Now, Samson is so strong, He is so strong because God was with him, far as his hair, things like that. Samson, he was not allowed to cut his hair at all. Not allowed, Samson, he killed 1,000 men, with a weapon that he took from a dead carcass, which was a donkey, which was a jawbone, and killed them 1,000 men with that jawbone. It also talks about how Samson killed 30 men with his bare hands. That's crazy. That is amazing. To kill 30 men with your bare hands. Woo. Samson was a strong man. So he was strong, with great strength, when Jehovah was upon him, So, time forward. And when it's talked about when Samson entered some type of town, he spent the night with some type of prostitute, which is a thought, whatever, He spent the night with this woman. And the Philistines was waiting at the gate and stuff like that, and thought they were supposed to sneak up on him when the light of the morning come. But Samson, he woke up in the midnight, And Samson, he went to this gate. I'm gonna show you how strong he is. He went to this gate of the town, the entrance. Now it said he ripped off the gate. This gate had to be heavy. Ripped off this gate, and carried that heavy gate, that big, large gate, on his shoulders on top of a hill, So Samson went into a cave, a cave. And these men were searching for Samson, searching for him. So Samson, was in the cave. These men, I think there was like 3,000, 3,000 men. 3,000 men for one man? That's crazy, So Samson was in the cave. The man found Samson in the cave and called Samson. Samson said this, said that. They took Samson and bind his hands together with two ropes. Bind his hands together, So time moves on. Something went down. Samson broke apart them two ropes. Broke them apart. Two ropes tied around his hands. Broke apart. Samson killed many of them men. I think it was 1,000 men he killed. And Samson, after he killed the men, he grew he got thirsty, real thirsty, for water, So he prayed to Jehovah, to won't ask Jehovah he don't want to die of thirst and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So Jehovah heard his prayer and stuff like that. And a gust of water came about. You know, Samson drunk it and instantly got restored and everything like that and replenished and stuff. And about Delilah, Delilah was deceiving woman. You know, Delilah kept asking Samson 3 times, what is the source of your strength? How can you be secured? You know, how could someone secure you? Samson said this, go get some bowstrings and stuff like that. She went out to get some bowstrings. She tied them together on his hands, bind them together. After that, she screamed, Samson, the Philistines are here to capture you. Samson broke apart them bowstrings. Now it says that in order to break apart bowstrings, you have to burn the bowstrings. He broke that. Samson said to Delilah again. She asked, what makes you so strong so someone can secure you? Samson said, go get 2 new ropes that hasn't been used. Get 2 ropes. She went out to get that. She tied 2 ropes around his hands. You know, Delilah screamed out and said, Samson, the Philistines are here to capture you. Samson got up, broke apart them 2 new ropes that hasn't been used. Broke it apart. Crazy. Now Delilah said, you're making a fool out of me and things like that. You're making me look stupid. What is the source of your strength? What makes you so strong? You know, what is it? Samson said this, which I know they had braids back then. Samson said this. You see the 7 braids in my hair? Now loop them together and tie and tighten with your type of instrument you use. Samson fell asleep while his hair has been tied up, you know what I'm saying, looped and stuff, you know. Because Samson had braids, he had long hair. So in order to keep it out of his face and stuff, he had to braid it, whatever. So she looped it, tightened it on some type of instrument. He fell asleep. Samson, Delilah woke up. Samson, the Philistines are here to kill you and capture you. Okay, Samson woke up, broke apart them loops that was tied his hair down to some type of instrument, broke that part. That didn't work. She looked even stupider. Okay, then after that, Samson finally broke the secret because Delilah was nagging, saying this, I love you, Samson. And Samson had to be a young man. You know, he had to be a young whippersnapper. He had to be young. Because it says Samson ruled and judged the Israelites, Israel as judge for 20 years. Okay, Samson told his strength, secret of the strength and stuff. Okay, Samson fell asleep. Delilah had someone come in and shave Samson's head. And that's that. Delilah got up and said, Samson, the Philistines are here to capture you. Samson got up. He felt strange. And God left Samson. And his strength was gone. They took Samson, put him in prison, gorged out his 2 eyeballs. You know what I'm saying? So he was blind. So they put him in prison as a job he was doing as far as grinding something. Grinding. Now, the Philistines was pagan worshippers, worshiping Dagon and stuff like that. So they want to use Samson for amusement. They put on him heavy chains around Samson. Put heavy chains around Samson. So one of the young servants of the Philistines was guiding Samson to this pillar. You know, the 2 pillars. Samson said to the young servant, put my 2 hands on the pillar so I can rest myself. They did that. After that, Samson prayed a prayer and killed all them Philistines all the Philistines he killed. You know, he pushed them pillars down. It crashed on Samson and the Philistines. That's how strong Samson was. Peace.